Hello, welcome to another session of Learn with Veer Sagar. I'm going to dedicate today's session to Mr. Naresh Vich, a wonderful person, a good friend. He is a professor of management. He was a senior manager in an enterprise and now a businessman and entrepreneur. He met me at a social recently and he said, I love your videos, they're excellent. That was a good beginning. But he said, you don't look like a management consultant. You come in so casually dressed with a sweater, with jeans, with t-shirt, so you don't look like a management consultant. And you should wear a white shirt and a jacket. That got me thinking about the importance of dressing in business. When I was a junior manager or mid-level manager in Dunlop, I got transferred from the Dunlop factory in Shahganj to the head office in Calcutta. In the factory it was easy. We all wore white pants and half-sleeve white shirts. I have not understood why that was the uniform, because it's a very inconvenient uniform in a factory which is full of carbon black and therefore very black. But then it was. So when I came to head office, I came to the first day in my factory clothes, white shirt and white trouser, black shoes. And I met my marketing director in the lift. And he said, oh, hello, are you going for the races today? I said, races? No, sir. He said, no, you're dressed for the races. Very politely, he hinted, okay, look, buddy, what are you doing? You're not properly dressed for the head office. Then I went and found out that in head office there was a dress code. You had to wear a shirt, tie and a jacket. And especially if you're meeting a director, a jacket was mandatory. A lot of us then later on just brought a jacket and hung it. So that whenever we got a call from a director, we put on that jacket and went. That was fine. So I learned the first lesson there, that yes, you have to be dressed, tie and jacket to when you work in a multinational company. I moved from tires to computers to IKEM, and it was the same thing. In fact, we had a very interesting experience in IKEM. ICL has a thing called a 100% dress club, where if you do meet your 100% target in 9 months, or 125% target in 12 months, you are part of this club. And this club meets in some exotic place at the end of the year, and you are invited along with your spouse for enjoyable time. And one of them includes a black tie dinner, very, very formally dressed dinner. I bought a tuxedo with a bow tie, got it packed, checked in and went. This was in Switzerland. But the airlines did not think I should be dressed so formally, and they did not deliver my clothes. My suitcase went to some other part of the world. I tried to buy, it was beyond my means, buying a nice tuxedo with a bow tie. Finally, I got persuaded by my colleagues to go in whatever clothes I carried with me, which was jeans and t-shirt with a jacket. I was feeling very uncomfortable till I walked in, and the first person I see is the managing director of ICL. The airlines had been kind to him too, and they missed his baggage as well. Of course, that made me feel comfortable. Otherwise, I was feeling very, very uncomfortable and miserable of not being properly dressed. When I became the MD or the CEO of DCM, I relaxed the dress code a bit, and it's a computer company anyway, so it wouldn't have helped because the guys came dressed in t-shirts and jeans. But I insisted no chappals, so you need to be dressed, have proper shoes at least. My first meeting as the CEO of DCM, I go and meet the CEO of a very, very large IT company. And having brought up in Dunlop and ICL, I went very formally dressed with shirt, tie and jacket. And there was the MD in Bermudas slip-ons, and t-shirt. Of course, later on I learned that when you go to US, dress code is all over the place. Its dress code is what you make comfortable with. So one lesson I learned in all this was while it's important to have a dress code, you dress, I used to dress, in fact, most of the time, and I still do, for what I feel comfortable. And I used to think, look, nobody's coming to see me for my dress, right? They're probably coming because I represent some body of knowledge. That was my wishful thinking about myself. So I dressed casually. Then I learned a lesson that you don't dress for yourself, you dress for the other person. So when you go properly dressed with tie, jacket, you are giving respect to the other person. So you go saying, look, I respect you, so I'm coming formally dressed, properly dressed for you. That a lesson I learned. I don't know whether it's good or not good, relevant or not relevant, and I'd like response from all of you. Okay, what do you think? Do you dress for yourself, what makes you feel comfortable, or you dress for what you think, you're going to please the other person? One lesson, of course, is in India. When you go to a government office, a suit or a jacket and a tie helps. So this, in summary, I still am not clear. How should you dress? Right? I personally believe that smart casual is a good dress for work. I do not think, okay, you go with chappals and things that is required, but you dress which not only makes you comfortable, but also should show respect to the people who you come to see you or who you're going to see. And if that's the right thing or not, I am not sure. But that is what I have followed so far. And thanks to Naresh, I'm wearing, and I'm going to wear this for a few more sessions, white shirt and a jacket, to see how it looks. With that, with Veer Sagar saying goodbye till we meet again next time. And the next time, I'm going to talk to you about what motivates somebody to deliver. The question has been asked to me, okay, what motivates you to do what you do? So I'll try and answer that in my next session. Goodbye.